Hello, Aries. Welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are going to do your general reading for the month of May, and this is good for all placements. So let's go ahead and get started and see what your overarching energies are for the month. So you have envy, the garden in the gate, patience. So I feel as if there is a choice that you are being presented with in the month of May. And it's so much that maybe you've waited for a long time for this choice, this opportunity, this other person to come into your life. And um, good things come to those who wait. So it's very possible that you may have some other people around you that may be envious because you were willing to wait for what you wanted instead of jumping at the first opportunity that presented itself. So let's see what else is going on for your overarching energies for Aries, please, for the month of May. Thank you. What else is going on? Thank you. Anything else for Aries for this month? Nope. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, you have indecision. So again, you're being presented with a choice. You also this is interesting. You have the thinking man, but you also have the thinking woman. And for some could view this as a yin and yang because you have the feminine and the masculine that have both come in. But what I really feel with this decision or this choice that you're being presented with, I really feel as if you're weighing all of the options, both what's best for you, what's best for others, how this is going to impact you internally, externally. You're definitely doing a lot of thinking, internal processing, as you are moving forward. The other two cards that Spirit gave to you were the Caring Connections and the Angel of Strength. And as you are working, on this decision, really trying to contemplate all of the energies that are going on, you may be faced with this is a difficult decision, and it's going to take a lot of strength, inner strength. And this is where, Spirit is coming in and saying that you have the strength, you have the ability to make this decision, in a sense of saying, I am making the best decision possible, both for me and for the other people that are involved. And there may be people that are not favorable or like that particular decision, but at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with this decision, and you're making this decision best based on the collective, and based on the whole. So I really feel that whatever this decision is, you're really going through and you're really taking some time to really evaluate everything that is here, that is in place. So as far as your income, your challenges and your influences, they're coming in, you're seeking some solitude, away from the situation, or from other people maybe voicing their opinion, as a means of really trying to weigh all of the information and the obstacles without maybe necessarily all of the emotion or other people's um, you know, personal perspectives that may benefit them one way or the other. So I really feel that you're really taking time on this decision. But let's go ahead and see if there's any others, because I've been sitting here shuffling. 3 cards have already popped out. So let's see, is there anything else for Aries for the challenges and influences? Thank you. Anything else? So on the bottom of the deck, they gave you the Stag, and they also gave you Patience. Okay. And, so this is about leadership. It's about patience. We saw patience originally on the bottom of the deck, for your incoming energies. And I really think, they also gave you, happiness that came out. And I feel at the end of the day that the decision that you are going to make is really going to, that you're wondering if you're really trying to make the decision that is best for the collective, as things are starting to come together. And you might be second guessing yourself a little bit, like, am I really making the decision, for this? Because you also have magic, truth, and knowledge. And this is very interesting because I feel, along with that refuge card that came out, you're really taking that deeper dive into the research, and knowledge, and making sure that you have all of your T's crossed, all of your I's dotted, because you really want to make sure, um, that you are making the decision, not only that you're going to be able to live with, but that is best for everybody that is involved. And sometimes that can require more patience, more internal evaluation, research, knowledge, to really make sure, that you are making that decision, and for everybody that is involved. So I feel it may come off, and it may be perceived by others as an obstacle that you're putting up internal, that you're deliberately putting off the decision to others, when in reality you are doing your due diligence, and you are really making sure that the decision, you have all of the information possible to make the decision. So in the bottom of the deck, here's the truth. The truth came out in your challenges and influences, and it's on the bottom of the deck for your most recent past. Devotion and solitude. This is confirmation that you are trying to make sure that you have all of the information. You've really been going through everything very, very thoroughly with a fine-tooth comb, because you know how the decision, whatever it is going to impact people both positively and negatively. And I really feel this is weighing very heavily on you right now, Aries. Okay. So let's see what is in your most recent past messages. Thank you. Anything else for Aries for most recent past? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, invention, new life, that is coming in. You also had new beginnings that popped out very, very much. So you're evaluating all of the possibilities, is where I feel you're at. You had restriction, family, community, and pleasure. And this is the caring connections and this angel of strength that is also coming in with those energies, because of this family and this community. You may have felt at some point that you were more restricted, um, because, it's a new opportunity. It was definitely something that that you felt was worth waiting on, that it was something that was worth, waiting for in order to move forward. And I really feel that you are really evaluating this, the decisions, but don't make sure that you're making sure that you're not inadvertently restricting yourself or others as you were doing this. But I feel, you're really trying to make the best decision possible for the community, for everybody that is involved. So let's get some clarifiers from Spirit for your most recent, your most recent past messages. Thank you. Any other clarifiers? Thank you. Any other clarifiers for most recent past? messages. Thank you. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. And I feel that the this opportunity that presented itself to you definitely was going to provide not only abundance, but it was going to help you bring those connections together. And I feel as if, when you had on the bottom of the deck, you had that envy that was also coming through very, very prevalently. Is I feel that that's this Five of Swords energy of people, saying, you know what, just make the decision and you know, just make the decision, because it was an opportunity that was just too good to pass up. And you really felt almost as if you were very resistant to it, making a decision out of haste or out of the opportunity, because of the amount of, maybe the amount of zeros, or the prestige or the position or whatever the situation was that was going to elevate you to. You were having people that were envious because you actually had an opportunity. You weren't forced to make a decision based on obvious circumstances, whereas and you were looking at making sure that you know you were making the best decision um for the collective. And that's what I really feel, that you were very resistant to that, making the decision without regard to everybody else. And you've been very, very adamant, which could be very much against your nature, as you are looking, very ruthless Aries. I mean, you're very much one that goes in and you really want to move forward, and, and then just fight for it. And this is actually might be a little bit against your general nature, where you were very, very reserved before you made the decision, because you were weighing all of the facts and all of the information as you were moving forward. So let's see how this is coming into your current energies. Boundaries, responsibility, balance. These are all things that you have been evaluating, and especially with that balance, because it's possible that this decision may have taken up more of your time, or taken away some of your time away from your family and friends, or things that you have other passions for, and you weren't 100% whether or not you wanted to give that up. So these were all things that you were evaluating, all of the value and the value that it would be taking away from other things, and maybe not necessarily the monetary abundance that comes with it. Because remember, abundance comes in so many different forms, and you were evaluating, if I do this, what is it, I'm going to get more of this, so how is it going to take away? Is it going to offset those scales? So let's see what's in your current messages from Spirit as with this decision. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else for current messages for Aries? So on the bottom of the deck, you have defeat, friendship, and stagnation. But you also have, I normally don't take this many off the bottom, but you have, you have this magic and this transformation, and, along with this defeat, but, you have this resilience that is coming in, and this is where the angel of strength is really coming into play for your current messages and your current energies as they're coming in, because maybe you do feel like you have been stuck you know, and you have waited a very long time for this opportunity to come in. And now maybe you're second guessing yourself. Maybe other people are causing you to second guess yourself. And you're really trying to rely on those components that are really helping you to make this decision. Okay. So, you know, it is interesting. Let me see what other ones you have coming out here. Okay. So Aries, this is my botanical deck. And in this particular deck that I use, there are what they call 9 poison cards as you are manifesting, you know, for your current messages. And 5 of them popped out. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this is you're all encompassed into a negative energy. I feel that with this energy, the reason that these cards have come out specifically for you in this reading is because Spirit is recognizing that you are heavily weighing all of the circumstances. You're not just looking at all of the things the decision can bring to you. You are also looking at that set of scales. You are looking at, in order to get something, you have to give up something. You have to keep those scales balanced. So you're looking at, well, if I get all of this, what am I giving up? And is it worth giving those things up as a means of getting this other abundance? Or what other type of compromise is coming in here? Because you are looking, you know, at the advice people are giving you as a means of, are they giving it to me for the best of me and my future, my family, everything? Or are they being a little on the deceitful side or envious side to where, you know, they're seeing an opportunity for themselves, you know? And, you know, am I giving this up? Will an opportunity like this present itself again? You know, and and this is where this really, really comes in, is this particular card when it is talking about reciprocity and trade-offs. This is the balance. In order to get this, what do I have to give up? And that's what you're really evaluating in your current set of circumstances. And I feel that you are doing your due diligence. You are evaluating everything that is coming in, because you're looking at, you know, your friends, your family, am I stuck? Am I not stuck? You know, how is this going to come in? Because you are truly evaluating the pros and cons that are coming through everything. But finally, this last card, and technically it is considered a poison card, but the Wolfsbane is truly a magnificent, a transformational card. Why? Because this is death energy in the major arcana, which talks about transformation. It talks about the ending to a new beginning. Okay, so you are truly evaluating all of your circumstances before you are making that decision for that new beginning, because you had a new life, you had new beginnings in your most recent past messages, and this is how this is transforming as you are working to make that decision. So this is a very powerful card in this deck, you know, that it comes in and it's really talking about your intuition and your gut, and what spirit, the messages spirit is really telling you, and what is really coming in, because it's very, very powerful energy. And it's really doing that evaluation. I really feel that with this transformation that you have that's going on, you know, like I said, this is death card energy that is coming in for you, Aries. And it's very, very strong energy that is coming in, that is telling you that no matter what decision you make, it's going to create an ending and new beginning. And that's very, very aware of the circumstances for this choice that you are in the process of making. So let's get some clarifiers from Spirit for your current messages. Clarifiers for Aries, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. First card out was the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So this is very confirmational about the message that is Spirit is talking about today, and you're recognizing this opportunity that is in front of you, the abundance that it is going to bring, that either the power, the money, the influence, the prestige, the love, the relationship, whatever this decision is for you, you are significantly recognizing this opportunity because you realize that you may not get an opportunity like this again. Okay, but they also gave you the King of Swords, and this is a very powerful king that comes in the minor arcana, because this king is definitive. Okay, this king, okay, this king, all right, is very, very strong. This king does not make a decision based on emotion, based on speculation. This king makes it based on the facts at hand and is very definitive. And once that decision is made, that it's done. And this king is moving on to the next thing. Okay? Not to be intertwined as being a ruthless king, but this is a very fair king and one that evaluates the information at hand. Okay? Last card they gave you is the Ace of Cups. New beginning, new beginning, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, transformation, death energy. This is all about the cup is overflowing. Okay, so whatever decision you are making, it is going to lead you into a level of abundance that you maybe have never had before, but you are willing to talk about compromise as a means of trying to keep those scales balanced so that you're not giving up too much of anything that you want to keep, but you also understand there has to be a trade-off in order to get through it. And that's where this king is coming in. So very decisive, very, very strong energies that are coming in. I feel that you are making the decision that is best for you and the collective, but at the same time, you're not letting emotions cloud your judgments. Okay, so very, very strong energy that is coming in, but you're not taking it for face value. You are willing to compromise and you are willing to trade off and negotiate things so that you aren't giving up, or it is creating the least amount of resistance or the least amount of impact, or what is best for the collective. So very, very decisive energy for this in your current messages. So for your incoming messages, you have change, but you have the death card energy. This transformation energy, which is with the ending of something is the beginning of something new, and you've had a lot of new beginnings, a new life, new prosperity. You have the Ace of Cups that is coming in, that is very, very strong in this decision. And yes, you recognize it is going to be a change in some form or fashion. Transformation. Here's your death card energy again. So you recognize that this decision is going to make significant change, significant impact for you and other people. Okay, so let's see what is your incoming messages from Spirit. Incoming messages from Spirit. Anything else? Incoming messages. The bottom of the deck is gratitude, forgiveness, and success. So this is really interesting, because once you make the decision, whichever way, this is where people, this is where people are going to come in and realize the time and effort that you spent investing in this decision was not in vain, that it truly was for the best of the community, the best of the collective, the best for everybody involved. And maybe you didn't just, take and run. You truly cared and were considerate. And there were things with this King of Swords that you also held firm on. There were some things that you weren't willing to compromise because you knew the impact of it for everybody that was involved. And people are going to realize that. They're going to be grateful for it, but they're also going to be very forgiving with this, because you've got nature and you also have letting go. And I think people are they're truly going to recognize the effort and everything and all of the energy and the consideration and the compassion that you put into this decision as you were moving forward, because it wasn't just about you. So let's get some clarifiers for your incoming messages from Spirit. Clarifier, thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Lots of clarifiers. First card to the left is Six of Swords. Okay. Talks about change. All right. Talks about walking away and being able to navigate through the trials and tribulations, which is very confirmational for that. They also gave you the Ten of Swords. So this is an ending. Okay, which Spirit has been talking about through this whole message for you, Aries, is there's new beginnings, there's an opportunity, there's a choice, a decision that has to be made. And there is definitely an ending that is coming with this, okay? You also got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's definitely navigating something for your future. And the Tower. Okay. Also the Eight of Wands, which is really moving things. It's giving you, very, very strong, positive, I don't feel that you are going to realize the true impact of the decision that you're going to make until after you make it and you start seeing that Wheel of Fortune starting to move and starting to see the manifestation that is coming through for you and how positive that the decision really was for everybody and for the collective. Because this Ten of Swords that's coming in, is definitely, it's an ending. It's an ending, which tells me that this is not an easy decision. This is a very, very hard decision because you have the King of Swords in the current energy. But it also put an end to something, an allowance for the new beginning to start, because it's the Tower moment. This is a major decision that you are being posed with. And one that is coming in definitely a very, very strong energy, strong power, very, very definitive energy. Because the Wheel of Fortune is going to take hold and it is going to move very, very quickly. And you are going to start seeing the positive pieces starting to fall as a result of the decision. You're going to see the gratitude, the forgiveness, the compassion that came with it. Even though you're feeling this is the King of Swords, that you didn't take into, that you took people's emotions and their feelings out of the equation, you actually weighed them very heavily as part of the decision. To the point that this decision is going to become a very strong Tower moment for you, because it's going to be very pivotal as you navigate into the future. as the incoming energies. And you're not going to realize how significant of a tower moment it is going to be until later on in life. Okay, so let's see. For those of you that this is resonating as far as a career, money, finance position message, we're going to get one message clarifier, one message card from Spirit, one message card for this reading for Aries, please. One message card. One. Thank you. This couldn't be any more appropriate. Gathering around. This is the power of community. This is a very confirmational message for you if this is resonating in the money, career, finance area as a job, a career progression, that you made the decision based on what is best for the collective, for the community, as far as it is moving forward. As it basically as it's moving forward. So for those of you that are resonating as far as a love, romance, or other type of relationship, we're going to get a clarifier, a message card from Spirit. One message card for this reading, please. Thank you. And Spirit gave you boundaries. And I believe we had seen boundaries that showed up at some point in time in the current messages. And this is very much, I feel this is very confirmational as far as the King of Swords is concerned, because there, in this current messages, in these current energies, there is something, Aries, that is part of this decision that you are not willing to budge on. You are holding your ground because of the impact it's going to make for the collective. And I feel that whatever those boundaries are, or whatever that line is that you are not going to cross, you are holding firm on it. And you are not going to compromise it under any circumstances. And you are going to see the benefits to holding your ground on that. So as we wrap up this reading, this is actually one of the longest readings that I've done, but it's been a very impactful and powerful message for you this month, Aries. We're going to get a final message card from Spirit. For Aries, please. One message card. Final message card for Aries, please. Actually, I feel both of them needed to come out. You have two message cards. You have abundance and you have coming together. This entire reading has been about a decision that you are making that is going to impact the community, the collective, the family, the group. And it has been at the forefront of this reading from the very beginning with this decision. The abundance, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land, and there is enough abundance for everyone. Because coming together, fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that the many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. I think that is very fitting and very appropriate for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped, Aries. Please feel free to leave comments in the section below, as this message may resonate with you. I'm truly grateful for all of your love and support. Thank you, and we will see you back here next time, Aries. Take care.